Hello, I'm live. Just gonna do my usual and slightly adjust the camera, I think. Bring it in a little bit. Ooh. Hopefully you can hear me if you are here, if you are present. Let's just change that. There we go. I have my cat just here and she's actually purring. I don't know if you'll pick that up. Can you hear her? Hi Scott. Scott is wearing Dunhill for Men. Is that just called Dunhill for Men? Not an icon or anything else, just Dunhill for Men? Because I don't think I know that one. And the top notes here. Hi Cherie, nice to see you. Thank you for popping in. I don't know if you can hear Sweetie. And Heather's here as well. Oh, watching the ads. Thank you, Heather. I've got my first ad revenue since I said I'm going to be donating it to Happy Endings Rescue. And £69. It's not massive, but it will help. So I'm going to do a transfer to them and hopefully the next one will be a bit bigger. Oh, we've got a few comments now. Richard's here. Hi, how are you in lockdown? Yeah, doing okay, thank you. Went on a really nice bike ride today. And that I just find getting out and the weather being great really helps. I know a lot of you are not getting as good weather that we are here in England, which is unusual. We're getting fabulous weather, so I just go out and it makes me a lot happier. Cherie says, "Yay, finally caught alive." Yeah, it's really good to have you here, Cherie. My hair's gone a bit crispy, too much product. Hi Joss Jane is here, and Scott's saying that Dunhill is the original old from 1938. Wow, how is it? I'm guessing it's going to be a bit old school smelling then. And Hillary's here. Hi Hillary. Tina, and she's wearing a Maison Dior's La Col Noir. I haven't tried that one. I know that Lizzie off of Rose and Jones really likes that one. She's got that. Heather is wearing Musc Ravageur, very sexy. And Tracy's here having a papillon evening with Angelique on one arm, Dryad on the other. Nice, very nice. I love Angelique. Dryad, I only sniffed it so briefly, but because it's got galbanum as quite a strong note in the opening, I kind of left it there. So I'm just not a fan of galbanum, that dry green sort of smell. How are you on galbanum, everyone? How do we like galbanum in this team? Nose, notes. Hello. Be right back. Calling the newspaper. I actually caught alive. Hilarious. Good to have you here. And Tim's here. Hi Claire, how are you? Testing Le Cree by Parfum d'Empire, Rose and Iris. Fantastic. I still need to properly test that because it got a massive thumbs up from Luca Turin in his book. And I think I smelt it briefly in a shop, but I haven't properly tested it. And I need to do that because I like the notes. So, and Scott's original Dunhill fragrance is a leathery lavender citrus barbershop type affair. Sounds very much like the sort of thing Dan would like. John Snow's here. Hi John, saying evening all. Joss Jane's wearing Elie Saab. Oh, my Elie Saab Essence Rose came yesterday and love it. So glad you love it. Oh my God, I absolutely love that fragrance. I would say it's definitely way up there. It's one of my favourite rose fragrances. And, oh, thank you, Tracy. That's really kind of you. Yes, that will absolutely go towards Happy Endings, which is nothing to do with massage parlours or sex work at all. It's all about animals. It's an animal rescue charity here in Kent, in Faversham. So that's really kind of you. Thank you, Tracy. Right, so Hilary is wearing Armani Figure Eden. So that will be a fig fragrance. That's all I know on that. Fig's one of those notes I don't get on with too well, only because it's kind of like peachy, and I don't really do peachy stuff. And Cherie is wearing a bunch of samples. We got up early for Anzac Day remembrance, and I've been trying samples for about 20 minutes. Well, I've got a load of samples here to test. Some I've been testing today. The Joss is saying that line is amazing. So that's the Ellie Saab Essence line, I think you mean. I don't know if they're all discontinued or just some of them. But yeah, I haven't really tried that many of them though, to be fair. John is wearing Alien Essence Absolute. Oh my god, that's such a good fragrance. I love that. Well done, John. That's got my seal of approval. And Joss has that one coming from eBay. Excellent. Heather says, I wonder if John's faux girlfriend will turn up. Oh yes, I forgot about that. I've forgotten what her name was now. Well, we'll see. I think John was getting a bit nervous of the whole situation there. Oh, and we've got Raj, the sentient man's here. Evening all, wearing Shalimar EDT. Evening, Raj. And Hilary, Figure Eden has lots of green elements, actually some similarities to Fico di Amalfi. Okay, yeah, it's probably not real. I don't mind that. I'm happy to smell Fico di Amalfi on someone else. It's just don't really do fig for myself. Okay then. Okay, so if you haven't shared your scent of the night or scent of the day, then now's the time to get it in. And John says, haha, I can't remember her name. I've since taken a vow of celibacy. I heard you took that vow quite a long time ago, John. Just a rumour going around the rumour mill. Heather says, roll call with the duck, Jim, Lizzie, Dave. Well remembered, Heather. Yeah, I did. I've commented on the duck put a comment on one of my videos last night asking if I'm going to do a stream. So I've just commented on that comment to say I'm doing one after 10. So hoping the duck will come along if he's feeling okay. Yeah, we still need Dave. Lizzie, I did message Lizzie because I've got some samples that she sent me here to sniff, so hopefully Lizzie can make it at some point. I know she's a busy lady though. Jimbo, yeah, DB70. There's a few that we are waiting on. Barry, yes. John says, well, Lizzie really wasn't impressed with my fave fragrance Back to Black, so maybe she's hiding. I thought in her Instagram she seemed to quite like it, apart from its longevity. And well, you know, us ladies are quite fussy. I mean, if it's not very long lived, then we're not impressed, John, you'll know that. So has anyone got a snack or a drink and they'd like to share with the class what it is you are quaffing currently? Mine is the usual. It's a vodka and Diet Coke. It's only number 2. I think it's number 2. First one was quite weak as well, so I'm definitely compos mentis for you all. Let's see how long that lasts. Hilary says good old southern sweet tea, because it's, what is it, probably sort of mid-afternoon in Hilary Town, is it? And John says, like I said, the best things in life only last a few minutes at best. What it is over 4 minutes and we lose concentration. That's what you tell yourself, John, to make yourself feel better. No, I'd say there's definitely a sweet spot of it could be too long in time. It could be too long in time. It could be too short in time. You'll get the right spot. Cherie has coffee, and it's about 5:15 in Hillary Land. And Cherie says, last night I made a full bottle purchase of So Nude by Costume National, spicy tuberose and ylang ylang. I've been through about 2 samples in the last 3 days. I got a bit obsessed. Ah, congratulations. A new purchase to come. And Heather's time's 4:15 p.m. And Tim, I'm not quite sure what that comment relates to. Sainsbury's Alsace, something very good for curries. I don't really. Is that what your scent of the night is, Tim? You cooking a curry? Oh, it's wine, is it? Oh, okay. Is this light too bright? I look like David Dickinson. Bit orange. Better? Worse? Oh, Christy's here. Hello, Christy. I'm going to turn that up ever so slightly. Hi, Christy. Christy, scent of the night, drink of the night, snack of the night, all day. Heather, oh my soul, Black Phantom, love, don't be shy. Oh, I think I'm losing track of what's being said here. Hilary says, so my kiddo's been watching an educational program throughout the day since quarantine started. I didn't realise it was British because I'm usually cleaning or cooking. Oh, what is it then, Hilary? Tina, intermittent fasting, so on the sparkling water for another 2 hours. Are you clock watching as well? Oh, Hilary, here's used the words loo, cupboard, and lorry today. Oh, so you don't say cupboard. So would you just say closet? If you go into a kitchen cupboard though, what would you call that? Because I can get a closet would have clothes in it. That we would call that a wardrobe. But what is your alternative word for cupboard? Cabinet or pantry? Cabinet. It's a lot of syllables though, isn't it? Cabinet. I mean, it's okay, it's only one more than cupboard. But still. Christy's wearing cucumber basil tea from When and Chardonnay to drink. Very nice. Cheers. I'll drink to that. Cheers, Christy. Benjamin is here off of Sentitar Fragrance. Hi, Benjamin. Do share your scent of the night, Benjamin, or scent of the day. It's probably daytime where you are as well. And Sal is here. Hi, Sal. Tracy's finished her peppermint tea, probably having a glass of red by the end of the evening. Very nice indeed. Christy. Sounds more like cabinet when we say it. Okay, so you just do 2 syllables regardless of the I in the middle of it all. Cabinet. 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 I'm going to my cabinet to get out my cabernet. Maybe not. I've never been good at accents. I don't know why I try. Hilary, I'm southern accent. We just pronounce cabinet. Yeah, cabinet. Cabinet. Actually, here in the UK, that's cabinet. If we were to say cabinet, which I think if you were talking about a bathroom cupboard, you would call that a bathroom cabinet, and we would say cabinet actually, yeah, but not so American. So cabinet. Go in the bathroom cabinet, and you would say restroom cabinet. Sal is wearing La Nuit Trésor à la Folie. Very nice. And there's some sort of fake Bailey's Kahlua situation going on with John. I don't like any of those creamy liqueurs. They make me feel a bit sick, especially that coffee flavored. But I did have an experience with a Black Russian cocktail when I was 15, and I can't drink any coffee flavored alcohol ever again. Just Claire, your American accent is hilarious. Yeah, I'm sure it is, and terrible. Cherie says, we are very confused in Australia. We say cabinet, cupboard, wardrobe, closet. There's a lot of words just for a box with a drawer. No, a box with a door, I guess. Heather likes Grand Marnier with OJ on the side. That sounds absolutely foul, if I'm honest with you. Like, my stomach is actually rejecting that idea. Yeah, completely. Dan Spanos, I missed you doing an American accent. Oh, it is shocking, Dan. It's absolutely shocking. Shall I try one? Oh, I can't. If one pops up, it pops up. Hilary says, for us, a wardrobe is freestanding and closets are built in the wall. Ah, that's interesting. Everyone's saying hi to Dan. Always nice to see Dan. Are you working tonight, Dan, or today? John is asking if a Black Russian has cream in America. Yeah, because the one I had was very black, so I don't know if there was any cream in it. It must have been some sort of creamy liqueur in there, but oh, it makes me feel sick just thinking about it. Ooh. Black sick, actually. Black vomit. Yup. Dan says you should hear my English accent. I learnt it all from Harry Potter movies. Brilliant. Brilliant, Harry. Oh, yeah. There was a nice little section. So we've got a fair few Americans, Canadian, Australia. What other parts of the world are we representing here today? If you are from a different part of the world I haven't just mentioned, then you need to give us a shout and let us know how you say cupboard or cabinet or closet or wardrobe. John Snow's from the north. So John Snow's from up north in the UK. How was your weather? Come on, John. You must have had better weather lately. Did you have good weather today? It's been lovely here. Sorry, itchy face. It's probably my skin's all burning off from too much sun. Cold but sunny. Oh, okay. Well, you're getting there. It's getting better. It was pretty warm today here. So I also have the Nuit Trésor EDP and EDT. They're so lovely. You should give them a try, Joss. What was the one I tried? It's the rose one. I don't know if that was La Folie. It's like a sweet gourmand rose. I can't remember what it's called. I tried it when I was on holiday in Madeira, going back in January. It was quite nice at opening notes, and I don't know what happened. I didn't quite like the dry down so much. I can't remember why. But I'm really fussy. Really fussy. Heather says it's 70 degrees there. Tim says it's been wall-to-wall sunshine in Manchester for days and days now. Yeah, same here. Really lovely. Heather's ready for a road trip. Yeah. I hope we can get out on a road trip soon. So I've got some stuff here that I'm going to smell with you all. I did on Instagram, I did an IGTV thing, which was my first proper like IGTV. So I do videos on there, but they're always 1 minute or less because I think you never used to be able to do that IGTV, so I got in the habit of never doing a longer video than 1 minute for Instagram, but now you can, and it's quite easy to post it. So I did do a little video with some samples that I got today from a French company called Sons Unique, and so I did I think there's 5 or 6 samples I posted on Instagram, but I can just kind of recap for those of you that didn't see that. If you're interested, if you've all seen it, which I doubt, tell me to quit and I'll do something else. I've got other samples as well. Okay, we have use. I can't always say this. Us to Shrike is here saying hello, and Isabella. Hi Isabella. I think we were talking about you earlier. John's here. Oh, we're talking about Game of Thrones. Okay, I haven't seen any of those. Christy says, yay, samples. Okay, right, let's sniff. What I'll do is I'll just quickly go over the ones that I did on Instagram earlier. So those of you that did watch that don't have too long to wait while I recap. I might be mixing you up, Isabella. I might be mixing you up. There was someone in the live chat that we were kind of setting up with John, but I can't remember who that was. No, Isabel, I don't think it was you, was it? But I gave you the spanner, didn't I, last time? Robert's here. Hi, Robert. Good evening, everybody. What have I missed? Not a lot, really. We've kind of covered how to say cabinet, closet, wardrobe in English and American. So, yeah. So what I'm going to do then is quickly recap on the Sons Unique samples that I got, because some of you might have seen me talk about these already. So we'll just really quickly, I'm just going to sniff them from the samples. Dan says everyone should have a spanner. You are right, Dan. So let's hand some spanners out. And Christy needs a spanner. Can't believe you didn't have a spanner at Christy already. Heather gets a spanner. Oh no, Heather's already got a spanner. Robert, you haven't got a spanner. What the hell? Robert's got a spanner. So don't go, those of you that have got spanners, don't go putting people in timeout unless you think they kind of deserve it. Let's give Joss a spanner as well. Right, okay. I've handed out quite a few spanners there. Well, all the spanners. Wave your spanners with pride. You've earned them. So, the first sample then is La Nuit de l'Orchidée, and it's from Pierre Guillaume, which you will know as Parfumerie Générale. Yeah, Christy did have a spanner. I don't know what's going on. Scott says that's a full toolbox. Yeah, you're a bunch of tools. Yeah, so this one's La Nuit de l'Orchidée, and this was sent to me with the samples as a freebie because it was a launch, and it's actually a collaboration with Pierre Guillaume and the boutique Sons Unique, and it's actually really nice. Almost smells a little bit like coffee, but it also smells a little bit like Hypnotic Poison. It feels like I haven't looked the notes up still. Feels like it's got a little bit of that heliotrope kind of almondy vibe. It's definitely got some vanilla going on, but it's not too cupcakey sweet. It's quite sweet, but it's not too sweet. It's very pretty. So this one is probably my favourite of the samples. Just I don't know how to use it. Well, if you click on people's comments, you can see options, so you'll see what you can do to people, but I'm not suggesting that you put anyone randomly into timeout or ban them from the chat. But if you see someone being an idiot or making a stupid comment, you can delete it. Tim says, I have no idea what a spanner means. A spanner is a wrench. So you see how people have a picture of a wrench beside their name. That's what the spanner is. And the perfume blog says, hi Dole, I love your reviews. What do you think about Diptyque Eau Duelle EDP? I did have a sample of Eau Duelle. I do not know whether it was EDP or EDT. And I thought it was a really lovely vanilla at the time, but we are going back a long time. It was a very beautiful, subtle vanilla fragrance. I don't really recall too much about it. It wasn't too sweet and I liked it quite a lot, but not enough to buy a bottle. Heather says like moderators. Just says we'll all be racing to get him if anyone does. That's it. If one person, if we get a troll, you'll all be like gagging to be the one to put them out. If Tony comes on, don't give him a spanner for God's sake. Yeah, he got a bit trigger happy, didn't he? Robert says, why is everybody looking at me with my comments? Oh, you're all right, Robert. You're all right. I don't think you'll get yourself into trouble, but who knows? Who knows? Dan, I'm usually the most idiotic person in here. I've had a spanner for a while. You're not idiotic, Dan. Yeah, Tony had a spanner and jailed John. So yeah, it could get controversial if you all start playing with your spanners, but I trust you all, so there you go. So La Nuit de l'Orchidée, a very nice vanillic. It really does smell a little bit like coffee. It smells like there's a little bit of something in there that reminds me of something. But overall, I like it a lot. So I'm going to try and move on a bit quicker because this is going to go on for a while. Right, next one then is the MDCI called Chocho Sun. So this one is based on cherry blossom. And it's a very sweet, very clean, fluffy, girly pink cherry blossom type scent. But it feels like it's got almost like some fruity sweets mixed in with it. I quite like it. It's maybe too girly, too sweet, too nice for my taste. Very spring-like, super, super springy. Just says, no one who is actually idiotic would use the word idiotic, just saying. That is a good point. Heather, we haven't really ever had to. The perfume blog, thanks a lot. I owned the EDT, but that was too bitter for me, like a castrated vanilla. I sold the EDT already and I will buy the EDP. They smell nothing the same. The EDP is even similar to Fev. Oh, okay, that's interesting. John says, ouch, I've just crossed my legs because of the word castrated, I think. Right, let's smell the next one then. So I've got here Terrasse at Saint-Germain. Terrasse at Saint-Germain from Jules Ahmad. And this is a weird one. I don't know what the notes are. It's got, I'm going to give this one a little spray. It just has this really sort of outdated 80s, 90s kind of feel. It's reminded me of a fragrance in a red bottle. I'm not entirely sure which one, but it's not my cup of tea. Is it Red Door or Amarige, or I don't think it's Amarige, but it is reminding me of something that was bottled in a red bottle, like probably with quite a bit of plastic on it, like a big plastic red lid. Whether it, maybe it's the Heather's saying Elizabeth Arden Red Door, or maybe that DKNY red top one. I'm not entirely sure, but it's just reminded me of that. I can't really pinpoint what's in here, what's going on with this. What is that? Floral. It's a floral, but I can't pinpoint what it is. Robert says it was Green Door by Shaky Stevens. No. Christy says Giorgio Armani Red. John's dupe. I don't really know. It's something I'm not mega familiar with. It's just a vague hint of something. Yeah, Heather says, wish there was smell-o-vision. Yeah. Oh, the silly cat's at the door. I won't move. Will I move it? I don't know if you'll see. She's not doing her usual. No, I don't know if you can see her. No, you can't. Sweetie, I do not know why you can't just use your own door. You're so lazy, aren't you? Come on in. That's it. Here you are. Nice to have a bit of air, actually. Yeah, I don't know what it is. Scott's saying, is everything that's red dupe, John? Ah, okay. Yeah, is everything red dupe, John? John, I'm just going to ignore your comment about my windy bottom. Oh, so, okay, Christy, you need a phone spanner, do you? Right then. I think I might have given you a phone spanner, but correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't know what this is. It's red. It smells red. It smells like a red 80s or 90s fragrance. It's a bit old-fashioned. And it's just not really my thing, but it may well be your thing. But yeah, look up the notes, I guess. Something I could have done, but I didn't. Another Jules Ahmad here is Stairway to Heaven. This is an unusual one because it's nice and sweet and kind of gourmandy. Yeah, Heather, maybe Giorgio. Oh, do you know what I think I'm thinking of? So, it's S-O with an exclamation mark. I had a friend that wore it. Let's look it up, and then I think we should look up the fragrance notes to see if there's something similar. So perfume. Oh, my tummy's rumbling. So perfume. It's like still available now. Cheap, like mega cheap. It was the kind of fragrance that you wore if you were 12 or 13 and you didn't have a lot of money. You bought it from Superdrug or Boots. Right, so it says tangerine, orange blossom, sandalwood, ylang ylang and vanilla. So that's not what I'm thinking of from that, but anyway, so what was it called? Something Terrasse, Jules Ahmad, Terrasse à Saint-Germain. Let's see what the notes are in Terrasse à Saint-Germain. Quite different. It's got tangerine though in common. Tangerine, grapefruit, rhubarb, freesia, lotus, blue rose. What the hell is a blue rose? Musk, sandalwood, Indian patchouli. It's got a few notes in common with so who knows? And I think that's what it's reminding me of. It's reminding me of a super, super cheap fragrance from my childhood. And there you go. Right, hang on, let's catch up. Oh, hi Finn! Hi Finn! Looks like Hilary doesn't have a spanner. So now I'm just going to have to give out spanners to everyone, otherwise you're all going to get upset with me. Robert says, is it Samsara? No, it doesn't smell like Samsara, definitely not. Oh, I need to close that now, I'm getting chilly. I'm going to close the door, sweetie, sorry. I think she quite likes the door open. Tim says, I'm also testing Una Rose by Frederic Malle by Edouard Flechier. Not sure about the spelling. Yeah, he's a perfumer for Poison, the original Poison. Une Rose is very green with a weird compost heap note. That doesn't sound that appealing to me. And Scott saying Fendi Aqua Rossa. I think we're still talking about red fragrances. So let me spray this one. This is the Stairway to Heaven off of Jules Ahmad. And I don't know the notes. Do you want me to look up the notes? Should I look up the notes? Is that a good thing to do? Maybe I will. I will. This is a weird fragrance, Stairway to Heaven. Oh, Barry's here. We were wondering where you were, Barry. Hi, Barry. What's your scent of the night? Stairway to Heaven by Jules Ahmad has notes of... I wonder if it's anything like I described it. So this is by Cecile Zarokian, the perfumer, and I like a lot of her work. But there's this weird note in here that I do not like, unfortunately. Maybe it's the aldehyde. So aldehydes, bergamot, orange, rose, orris, red berries, heliotrope, white musk, vanilla, patchouli, ambroxan, cashmeran, incense, and a gunpowder note. But to me, I get a lot of nice stuff, but I think it's the aldehydes giving me a bit of a dank, stagnant water note. I'm thinking like a flat pond with loads and loads of green shit growing on it because it's so stagnant. Yeah, I just don't like it. I think it's the aldehydes now. Now I know that they're there. Maybe it's the aldehydes. So giving it that almost like oxygen type scent. So the aldehydes are not giving it too much fizz. Maybe it's a tiny bit fizzy, but it's, to me, it's oxygen. Yeah, almost like you took sparkling water, you shook it up, and then you smell it as all the bubbles break. That sort of smell. So I suppose you could say that is fizzy. It's fizzy, sharp, but I still get this pond note, which I really don't like. And all the other stuff is really nice, but it's just this weird pond note in here that I'm just not feeling. Christy says, never tried anything from Jules Ahmad. I've only tried them recently. I can't remember. I tried one a couple of months ago, which I reviewed. Can't remember which one it was now. I quite liked it, but not quite enough to want to buy it. Barry says, you all okay? Too much sun and beer for me to dat. Oh, funny. And then he corrected it to say today. Well done, Barry. And Christy says aldehydes are tricky to explain. They can smell so dated to me. Yeah. Yeah. Aldehydes, I mean, there's a lot of different types of aldehydes anyway, so it's not like aldehydes always smell exactly the same. Because if you think about aldehydes, you could say Chanel number 5 is your classic example for most people to understand what aldehydes smell like. But then when you smell them in different compositions, they're not quite the same. So I think you can get different types of aldehyde, rose aldehyde or whatever. I don't know. Yeah, I think it is the aldehydes in there that I don't like. Stairway to Heaven is a no for me, even though there's so many aspects to that I actually do like. That the pond smell just does it, that ruins it for me, unfortunately. And Barry's After Sun reminds him of Beach Walk by Maison Margiela. Which one is it, Barry? Because I like a nice smelling After Sun. Some of them, a lot of them smell very similar, don't they? Like, it's such a significant smell. Most people recognise the smell of After Sun, but sometimes they are nice. And yeah, if you've got one that smells like that, I'd quite like to have one like that too. Sal, has anyone tried Chloe Nomad? I have only tried it briefly in the shop, so I can't really remember it. Anyone else got any thoughts and comments on Chloe Nomad? Christy says, what's the one you have, Claire? Pink champagne something. That's a fizzy smell I'd like to try. I've got pink champagne truffle, but it's not really that fizzy. In fact, I don't think it's fizzy at all. It's more of a liqueur scent rather than a champagne fizz, if that makes sense. Yes. Yeah, not fizzy at all, pink champagne truffle, if that's the one you mean. Centralized says it's a Boots, the blue one. Sultan? Boots Sultan, is it? Heather says Beach Walk wasn't for me, gave it to the boy. I like Beach Walk, but not to the point of not to the point of wanting to buy a bottle. There are other beachy fragrances that I definitely prefer. And Dan's here. Hi Dan, Mr. Smelly is in the house. And I know he says I never know what aldehydes are, to be honest. Yeah, they are weird and they don't always do the same thing in a fragrance. So sometimes they're fizzy, but sometimes they can give like a soapy feel. So it is weird. Joss says, Sal, I have Nomad EDT. It's a unique floral, perfect for spring. Robert says, I like Beach Walk as I like flicking the sand about. Okay. Everyone's saying hi to Dan. Sal says, Elie Sable Parfum Eau de Toilette is a nice sparkling scent that reminds me of champagne, Christy. And Callie reviews, hi. And Barry says it's Sultan with the insect repellent. I'll look out for it. Thanks, Barry. I was just thinking today, I've only got one sunscreen at the moment, and it's a fucking shit one from Aldi, La Cura, and it smells of alcohol, and it actually almost stings your skin. When you put it on your skin, you are very much aware that it's an alcohol based, and it's not a spray, it's a lotion, but it actually feels like you're putting alcohol on your skin. I checked the ingredients. The second ingredient from the top was alcohol. So yeah, I do not like that at all. Alcohol, you don't want to put alcohol in your skin like all over it. Just spray it with perfume, of course, but that's different. Tim, so this weird skanky not in Une Rose. I'm not quite sure what you're saying, but something about Carinol, Tim. Robert says, did everybody get their soap this week from Penhaligon's? Yeah, I got mine, the Halfetti soap. It's in a drawer. ready to be gifted to that person who you don't know how to gift to. So if you had a posh aunt or uncle turned up and gave you a gift and you needed to give them something nice, it's there ready. It's ready. I won't use it though. Callie Reviews, how are you doing today? We finally got some heat, 96 degrees, bloody hell, wow. It's nice and warm here, but I don't think we got that high. And Barry hasn't been wearing the suntan lotion, that's what his problem is. Yes, Barry, you need to put suntan lotion on, mate. Especially with your northern skin. Heather didn't get any Penhaligons American and whatnot. Yeah, I think they're only delivering to the UK these special deals. Robert says it's not a good. It's a good present to give though. Yeah, and it's quite heavy. So I think there must be 3 bars of soap, but the weight of the package is quite significant. Oh, Lizzie's here. Hi, Lizzie. What's your scent of the night, Lizzie? Christy says, you're so tanned already. You must tan easily. Fairly, but to be fair, I'm a dedicated follower of the sun. I do, when the sun's out, pretty much I'm out. I do love it, which is to my detriment because you see, really, I've kind of ruined my skin. I look like I've been rolling around in mud with all the pigmentation and all the wrinkles I get under my eyes. It's not really ideal. I'm a bad girl and I need to be punished. Robert, was at my triathlon swimming tonight with my wetsuit. Okay. Christy says I need to go out. I look like a ghost. And Lizzie says my scent of the night is the Mexican chicken that I cook for dinner. It literally stinks of it. Oh, I hate that when you're cooking and it just, like, everything stinks. Especially hair. Hair just picks up everything, doesn't it? Norbert, greetings from Hungary. Scent of the day, Tempo from Diptyque. Hi Norbert, nice to have you with us. So, I'm just sniffing my way through the samples I got from Sons Unique. So we've got Love and Crime here from Ex Idolo. Lizzie says, I never sit in the sun. My skin probably needs it, but I get heat stroke easily. Probably best. Well, you'll probably find that you'll look younger for longer, whilst I am going to look like a sultana before I'm 50. So this is Ex Idolo's Love and Crime. I was really curious to try it, and actually I find it really similar to Tender Madeleine from Les Centaures Gourmands. Also quite similar to Lyra from Xerjoff. So it's a blood orange. I feel like there's a hint of coffee in here though, but it's vanilla caramel. It's nice, but it's too similar to other stuff for me to get excited about it. Christy says, I've heard a lot about Love and Crime. And Barry says, I tan easily, to be fair, taking advantage of the sun while on lockdown. Yeah. Is it really sweet? It's quite sweet. I mean, the orange is kind of sharp-ish, so it's not ridiculously sweet. It kind of cuts through some of the sweetness. But I think that orange will fade away and you're going to have vanilla and caramel, and yeah, it's quite sweet. Not too sweet. I wouldn't call it, I'll happily wear it and not feel like it's too sweet, but I guess for me it's just very similar to Tender Madeleine and Lyra. Two is not get me interested really. Joss says, I've always been curious about Penhaligons. What are the favourites? Anyone got any favourites from Penhaligon's? I like, for men, I really like sartorial. I think it's really nice. I don't really like the oudi ones, the more Middle Eastern type things. Not so keen. I like the discontinued Violetta, which is literally it's like fresh Parma violets. It's like the sweets, the Parma violets, but just a bit fresher. One of those fragrances, quite linear and not mega long lasting. But when I did have a bottle, I just kept spraying it all the time because it was just addictive. Really nice violet fragrance. My mum's still got a bottle. I got my mum a bottle. She's still got her bottle out in France. Heather's never tried Penhaligon's. Robert likes committing crime for love. Scott, don't go in the sun either. Should be called Casper. Joss, I love those old-fashioned gorgeous bottles. Yeah, the bottles are great. The only thing is the lids are crap. So you can't, like, the lids are so loose. They don't really fit properly at all, which is annoying because they look so lovely. But Centurion, Scott says, fave Penhaligon's is uncompromising Sohan. I don't know that one. Oh, Jimbo's here. Hi, Jimbo. I didn't see you. What are you wearing, Jim? What's your scent of the night or day? John says, I'd love to go in the sun. You will soon, I'm sure. Barry's not tried Penhaligon's yet. Tim loves, or has Idolo 33, which smelled great initially, but it's very, very heavy and gives me a headache, so I need to swap it or sell it. Oh, that's annoying. Mr. Smelly says, is more marshmallow any good, Claire, or anyone else? I've heard about it. Apparently it's a very nice take on marshmallow. I think it's a fairly cheap one, but I've never tried it. Anyone else tried more marshmallow? I take it, are you looking at it on eBay or something, Dan? Jim is wearing Nitro Noir by Kirin. The one I bought by mistake. Oh, that's funny. Do you like it though, Jim? Yes, actually really like it. It's a dance or more marshmallow on eBay. I think it might be one that's usually only available in America, Dan, because I remember sort of trying to find it and not being able to. And Lizzie got her Penhaligon soaps yesterday. They smelt masculine but classy. TTLG raves about Nitro Noir. Who's TTLG? Forgive me if I should know that. TTLG. Yeah, I don't know. Who's TTLG? Right. Next fragrance, Belladonna. This is the one I did a quick video on earlier. I need to look it up because I keep saying it smells like jasmine. Now it smells like lily. I don't know what it actually is. Belladonna is that that's one of those plants that kill people, isn't it? Poisonous plant. Belladonna. So to me it smells like a waxy white floral. Big floral fragrance. Let's see what's in it. So the perfume is Luca Maffei and it's bergamot, ginger and mulberry, magnolia, jasmine, rose, orris and ylang-ylang. So there's a lot of florals there. Sandalwood, saffron, benzoin, opoponax, labdanum and musk. I'm not really appreciating all of that. To me the florals massively dominate. And even when I had it on my skin earlier, I didn't really pick up anything like labdanum. Maybe I can see how it could be musky. I can see how there might be a little bit of added sweetness from the benzoin, but really is a full-on bouquet of flowers. I can appreciate the magnolia because the magnolia is that kind of clean floral smell, that soapy floral smell. And yeah, I mean, it's nice if you like a big floral. Cali reviews. I turned the fan on, now I can't hear. Have to go look for my earphones. TTLG is America's Tony, a lovely car salesman fragrance reviewer. Okay. And Lizzie says, how are you getting on with your handful of violets? I'm actually wearing 2 of them, am I? Oh, what was that? Can't remember. I think I'm wearing 2. Am I wearing 2? I'm wearing the Lolita Lempicka EDT. I've got that there. I can't remember what that is. Damn it. Oh no, I do know what that is. Yeah, that's not that. But I've got them all here, so I'm going to talk about them. I just got one more to go off of Juliet Has a Gum. Jimbo is multitasking, texting his niece, texting a friend, and watching this all at the same time. Jimbo, you need to practice mindfulness. One thing at a time. Be present in the moment. Christy says soapy florals are scrubbers for me. I know what you mean there. Okay, then I think, right, we're all caught up. So one more fragrance off of Sun's Unique, and this is a Senyoko. Company's called Senyoko, and the fragrance is called Madama Butterfly 2. And I spoke about this one briefly on Instagram, and this is the one Lola Sense really loves, really loves this one. So I was curious, and I've been curious to try it for quite a while. And excuse me, belching. Always happens, isn't it? This one, I think the problem I have with this one, oh, it almost smells like cucumber. I didn't get that before. It's kind of a pretty sharp floral, and it smells like cucumber, which I absolutely did not think that before. I doubt there's cucumber. I mean, that's a weird, I mean, you do sometimes get cucumber in fragrances. Let's see. Madama Butterfly. This one has quite a lot of synthetic woodsiness. I think it's ambroxan. That would be my guess. I'm just looking it up now. Right, where are the notes? Can't see any notes. Right, okay, lots of notes here. Lots and lots. We've got pink pepper, tagette. So tagette's another word for marigold. That is something I really don't like in a fragrance, marigold. Not that I can specifically pick it out here. It's got petitgrain, angelica, and quince, which I think is a fruit. Galbanum, another note I don't like too much. Dry and green type smell. You've got iris, tulip, raspberry, incense, Japanese cherry blossom, musk, ambergris, cedar, what's that, sandalwood I think, patchouli, tonka, and I think that's sandalwood, yeah, sandalwood. But to me, the synthetic woods kind of scream louder than anything else. Not scream. It's very smooth, very ethereal, very transparent, quite pretty. It's just that the synthetic woods just don't do it for me. They bother me for something. That's my personal thing. So yeah, it just wasn't what I envisaged. Sorry, just catch up with your comments. Barry, are Penhaligons giving out freebies? Did I miss it? Yes, Barry. Next time word gets around, we'll try and remember you. I think it was John. Was it you, John, that told me about it the first time it happened? I think it was John. But I think if you follow their blog, I think you'll. I don't know where the information comes from, but it gets passed around. So yeah, we'll try and remember you next time. Heather says there's somebody outside with a chainsaw. What the F? John says Rose and Iris can go soapy. John says, sorry, Baz, thought I told you. Well, we definitely won't forget you next time, Barry. Oh, is Christy off? Bye, Christy. Thanks for popping in. John gets emails from them. Okay, no, I don't get those emails, I don't think, even though I've now signed up for those purchases. Yeah, John's the main man. I did tell you, I'm sure I did, Robert. Or you told me once, I think. Heather says, well, I will miss all the Penhaligons. Yeah, I don't know how long they'll be doing that, whether it's just, whether it's to do with lockdown or not, I don't know. But yeah, this Madama butterfly, some of you might like it. I don't dislike it. I just don't particularly like it, if that makes sense. My itchy skin dry from sun abuse. So that is the Sun's Unique samples done. Starting to need a wee already. And Robert says, yes, that's it. I told you as John told me. Yep, that's what I thought. Giving me the blame there. Well, you try and remember everyone, but do you know what? You can't always. There's always going to be one or two people or a few people you end up forgetting. We try and do everyone in the Smurfy circle. Okay. If I go for a wee, do you mind if I just maybe point you at the cat? Is that okay? Think Pink says, do you like scented candles, Claire, and body lotion to match your fragrance? I like scented candles. I like nice smelling body lotions. Don't necessarily need exact matching stuff, but usually pick things that kind of go, if that makes sense. Okay. Oh, my bottle of Diet Coke just fell over. Right, okay, Heather's letting me have a bathroom break. Tim's off. Thanks so much, Claire. Good night. Bandit the cat is getting fractious. Okay, night, Tim. Right, okay, I'm going for a wee break and you lot can chat with Sweetie. Sorry, this is so uncouth. So very uncouth. But, see if you can get... Right, that's the best you're going to get with Sweetie. I'll be back. Sweetie, have you been entertaining them? Have you? Oh. Right. Oh. Okay. Hello, everyone. Let's have a see what we've been saying while I was upstairs engaged. Oscar Lopez, is it a cat? Is it a cat? Of course she's a cat. Lizzie, Claire needs to slash everyone, take 5. Yeah. Barry says, I've gone mad for the Lush body sprays. I think it's because you can't buy them at the moment. The Lush body sprays are so potent, and they actually have as much fragrance in them as an EDP, apparently. They are ridiculous. I actually use them. I've got Yognog, and it's a really spicy, gourmand, caramel type fragrance. So ridiculously strong. I have it in the bathroom, just one spray. It scents the place for the whole day, if not longer. Lush are doing, don't think Lush are doing delivery at the moment. I remember they were going to, they had to take a bit of a break, but they were going to try and get soaps out and things. I don't know what, I haven't checked the website lately. Robert says to Lizzie, I love the way you're with words, the way I say it too. Yeah, going for a slash. Joss says, Sweetie looks self-conscious. Lizzie says, Sweetie can see a ghost. The cat's ignoring us, says Oscar. Jim says, typical cat, could care less about humans. Sal says she loves the rose jam shower gel. Yeah, I like the rose jam shower gel is really nice. And if you get the argan body conditioner, I think it's called Rose like RO Rose Argan, and that's the same scent, and it leaves the scent on your skin for ages. Even if you rinse it off, it's really good. Jason Smith, hope you washed your hands. Of course I did. Josh says Rose Argan body conditioner is the most fantastic thing, but so expensive. Yeah, but you don't have to rinse it off. You could use it in tiny amounts and kind of use it like a scented thick body lotion. Rich Mitch is here. Ducky, we were worried about you again. There you are. Everyone's happy to see the duck. Yeah, we still need Dave. DB70 is missing. Lizzie says, what's everyone's plans for the weekend? Well, even if they are simple and quiet. What am I doing? Not a lot. Walking. What I've done all week. Walking or cycling. And I'm trying to track down a hot tub. You know, one of those inflatable ones. But funnily enough, that's what everyone is doing at the moment here in the UK. So you can't get them for love nor money. But it'd be nice if I can find one. Ducky says, fear not, I'm just popping in to say Arit. Well, it's good to see you, Ducky. Johnny Legrand is here. Hello. Jimbo says, haven't seen JLW in a while. Yeah, Jackie, I have interacted with her today. I think she left a comment on one of my videos. So she's okay, probably just busy. Barry's going to be chilling in the sun. Put your sunscreen on this time. Centurion Scott's filming top 10 celeb crushes and frags. Oh yeah, I still haven't done anything with that tag. Robert's finishing off my son's MMA gym in my garage. So loads of mats to lay so we can roll about. Okay. Oscar Lopez, nice to see you again, Claire. Night night everyone. Night Oscar, thanks for popping in. And Liz is going to do some cycling. Wicked. And Barry's talking about doing some ASMR. He was chatting to me about that today on Instagram. What do people think of Barry doing ASMR videos or attempting them? What do people think of ASMR in general? Because I thought about having a go, but I'm not quite sure I'll get the vibe right. But I guess if you just do something calming and quiet and soothing and maybe whisper a little bit. Do we like whispering? Or is it really frustrating? What do you think? What do you reckon? Oscar, I love the blue colour on you. Thank you very much. Jim says, what's ASMR? Lizzie says, ooh Scott, happy to hear you're doing your crushes video. It'd be nice to see some more men's crushes. Barry says it might sound pervy. Joss, I wasn't expecting that. Right, so ASMR, I can't remember what it actually stands for, but it's where people do videos where they talk quietly, or they might even whisper, and they give you noises like rubbing things, tapping things, stuff like that. Can we do the wine glass thing? Probably not. No, that's not going to work. But I think you get the idea. John Snow says, Barry, your soothing Brummie accent will work great. Joss says, I don't quite get ASMR, I might be too old. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of like a mild version of it, like a calm. So Tracy from Comfort Incense, she does sort of like a mild ASMR, more because she has to, because her son will be asleep. But it's actually really comforting. So if you listen to someone and they're talking very quietly, softly, it just has this really calming feel. But it might get a bit frustrating if you're just there for some information. It might get a little bit frustrating if you have to wait patiently whilst the person forms their words. But I kind of enjoy doing that actually. Barry says, my crushes are all old now. Lizzie says the ASMR is something sensory meridian response. What's the first word then? Anally. Anally sensory meridian response? John says, Barry, my number 10 was in their 80s. Audio, that would make sense, Heather. Audio sensory. Barry says, wow, nice, John. You have a chance then. Oh my God. Don't start waving your spanners at each other. Okay. Robert says, no, go out and hit a punching bag for 20 minutes. Best high you can get and you will sleep like a baby. I tell you what, I'm finding, because I've been exercising every day, which normally I don't, I find it actually helps me sleep really well. Like, today I went out for about an hour and a half on my bike. Yesterday I did about an hour and a half walk, and every single day I've done at least an hour, sometimes 2 hours of exercise, and my body's weary at the end of the day, and sleeping is great, although I'm having some weird dreams, really weird dreams. Oh, so Think Pink says it's autonomous sensory meridian response for ASMR. Barry says Belinda Carlisle had lovely cheekbones. We're still talking about celebrity crushes. Lizzie says Sparta Spanner Wars. Right, let's smell some of the stuff what Lizzie sent me, shall we? I've got that here in this bag. So one of the ones Lizzie sent me I'm wearing, and it's Lolita Lempicka, the EDT. So most people, if you know Lolita Lempicka, are probably familiar with the EDP, and I'd never smelt the EDT, and Lizzie talks about the EDT a lot, and I was really curious to try it, and Lizzie very kindly sent me a bag of samples of violet scents with violet in, one of them being the EDT off of Lolita Lempicka. And I actually do prefer the EDT to the EDP because you could tell they're the same fragrance, but the EDT is definitely more violety to me, and it's less heavy on the licorice, and it just has a lighter, fresher feel to it. But it smells kind of the same, but it's just lighter, and it's really nice. I was just going, bye Joss, thanks for popping in. Have to run sadly, would love to stay and chat about Lolita Lempicka. Oh yeah, Joss loves Lolita Lempicka's stuff. You have to catch up with it later, Joss. Barry says, Jim, we dream the same dream, we want the same thing. Oh, we dream the same dream, we want the same thing. Yeah, I love a bit of Belinda Carlisle too. Oh, sweetie, okay? Are you? Lizzie, I'm nervous about the Lolita EDT because I love it so much. I definitely really like it. It's probably not different enough to the EDP to have me desperately trying to track a bottle down. If I could trade my EDP for the EDT, I would do it in a heartbeat. So I actually do prefer it. I like that. It's definitely more violety, and I really like that. I feel like the other notes have more chance to shine because that licorice feels like it's not weighing everything down like it does a little bit in the EDP, if that makes sense. Let me know if you agree. But yeah, I definitely like it more, and I feel like I haven't properly worn it, but I feel like there's a bit more development. It's a little bit more, slightly more changes going on than the EDP. So yes, I like it. Thank you for letting me have the chance to try it. I appreciate it because I know it's quite a precious bottle for you. Joss says, stay safe, y'all. Jon Snow says, talking of Belinda Carlisle, Netflix, Claire, give Black Mirror a watch. Right, Black Mirror. I'll try and remember that. What have I watched lately? Afterlife with Ricky Gervais. Loved it. Laughed and cried literally in the same 5-minute time span. I was 1 minute crying, 1 minute laughing. Brilliant. Very touching. Um, Heather says, did you like Bandersnatch, John? That sounds like a euphemism, if ever I've heard one. Lizzie says, well, at least you like it. Yeah, it's minus the licorice. I love the spicy ivy note. Sam says, oh my God, you haven't watched Black Mirror. So I take it Black Mirror is really good then. Heather's watched Safe and The Five. I've watched Safe now. And Hilary says, Finn and I watched the new cartoon on Netflix with Ricky Gervais. Oh, really? Okay, I'll look out for that. Yeah, there's another Afterlife coming very soon. So I'd definitely be watching that. That was really nice. I enjoyed that a lot. Okay, yeah, so Lolita Lempicka EDT gets a thumbs up. I really like it. Heather says, I did not like Bandersnatch. The Christmas special was great. I really do not know what that is. Right, that was Lolita Lempicka, so I'll pop that over there. We've talked about that. Splendiris. I do have a travel size of Splendiris, but I hadn't smelt it in a while. So let's have a little sniff of Splendiris. I'll put that on the back of my hand. I remember this as iris, violet, and sort of green notes. It's got a violet leaf in it as well. Yeah, it's really lovely, that opening of Splendiris. Rose and Jones, the husband is downstairs watching Afterlife 2. He says, there's an old lady swearing in a chair. She's just like you. Brilliant. Nice hubby. Jim says Black Mirror is brilliant but really disturbing. I had to take a break from it. I'm a wuss though. Okay. I can be a bit sensitive, so I'll see what happens with that. Heather says, Lizzie, have you tried the sweet or so sweet? So they're Lolita Lempicka scents. I've not tried either of them. They sounded a bit too sweet for my taste, but curious to see what Lizzie says. Robert, watching Bonding is brilliant. Good laugh. Watch Bonding. But then this laughy face that you've posted, Robert, makes me wonder if it is that good, or if you're on the wind up. I'll look out for it though. Bonding. John says, Jim, it can be a bit much. He does horrendous so cleverly and depressing, but really mild. You don't realise till you think about it what you've just seen. Which sounds kind of disturbing, but I'll give it a go. Jim, give it a go as well, and we'll discuss it later. We can be like a little mini support group for each other if it's too disturbing. So Splendiris is by Tusita, and it's a really nice, I get a little bit of chalkiness from it. Chalky, violet, iris, a little bit of green, violet leaf. Really pretty. I find it's not that long lasting. That's the only thing with Splendiris. Lizzie says, Heather, I have sweet. I don't wear it to keep it for the bottle. What does that mean? Does that mean you don't really like it? Is it too sweet? Because I know you don't really like full-on gourmand fragrances, do you, Lizzie? Is that why you don't really wear it? Lizzie says sweet is a very shy but synthetic cherry lolly scent to my nose. Okay. I know from descriptions, sometimes I feel intrigued to try it, and then other times I think, it's probably not for me. Okay, right, so I'm going to move on to another scent. This one was interesting. Oud Satin Mood from Maison Francis Kirk Dijon, if I'm saying that right, probably not. And this is one, actually, we're talking about fizziness. This, to me, smells a bit fizzy in the opening. I think it's really pretty. It's kind of like rose and violet again, but in a more gourmand way, like a sweeter way, like, I don't know, vanilla, cake, a bit cakey. But there is oud, but it is that westernized oud that's, I guess, a synthetic type oud. It doesn't smell like barnyards and muck spreading at all. And it's only very light, so it's not too heavy on the oud. So I can wear this, but part of me thinks there's oud in there, and I don't know why. We've got this thing about oud, but I think it's really pretty. There's a really lovely fizzy rose, maybe like a raspberry and rose, bless you sweetie, raspberry and rose fizzy drink. It's very pretty, the kind of fragrance I'd wear that and know that I smell damn good. So I need to give it a proper wearing really, and try and get over this oud thing. This is Oud Satin Mood, Hilary. Oud Satin Mood by MFK. Lizzie says Kirktijan mustard. So I'm just trying to keep up with your comments, and yeah, some of you are talking about yourselves, so I just have to like read them to try and figure out if I need to read them out or not. So Hilary says, oh okay, I love that one, talking about the MFK. And you got a bottle for Christmas, very nice. John says Oud Satin Mood is lovely, quite light, but for the warmer weather. I don't find it that light. And Lizzie says it's nicer on clothes than on my skin. Oud is more noticeable on skin. Okay, that's interesting. I will test that theory. And Hilary says that EDP is better than the extract. Extract's more starchy, oudy. What is that, Liz? Is it EDP or extract? Yes, so that's that. Oud Satin Mood. And then we have Le Bleu. So I have had decants of this in the past, and I wore this today here in this crook of this particular elbow, which looks a bit sweaty. I think that's, I don't know what that is, body lotion. I'm not that sweaty normally. Anywho, I wore it in that crook of that elbow, and I'm going to wear it there again. There you go. And I really enjoyed it. In particular, the way it dried down was gorgeous. It does smell a little bit classic, kind of classic feminine, floral, violet, iris. I think there's some other floral, like orange. Is it orange blossom or, oh, I can't remember. But it has this lovely classic vintage feel. I did have some Le Bleu vintage extract, and that was amazing. It felt kind of old-fashioned, but in the best way. I only had a little bit. I only wore it when I really wanted to feel like on my game and classy, which is not that often. Hilary says, Oud Satin Mood lasts on my skin 24 plus hours and is so beast mode I can only wear it in the winter. Lizzie says, John, it's not light at all. What you like, geezer? Heather says, to be fair, just be warned, it is cringy and should be watched. Oh, okay, we're talking about some TV show. The sample I've got there is EDP. And Jim says, can't wait to hear about Le Bleu. John says, Lizzie, it was quite like a rosy water on me. It had depth, but I don't know, freshish. Lizzie says, Claire, you're allowed to say old lady if you want to. We won't tell anyone. No, I wouldn't say that about Le Bleu anyway. Maybe there are some fragrances. To me, if I was to ever say something smelled old lady, it would more be because it smelled soapy rose, or like hand lotion type scents, the kind of things people gift old ladies, but like baskets of shitty Marks and Spencer's stuff, which is not really shitty, but old fashioned. But no, it doesn't smell old lady. It doesn't smell dated as such. It just has a bit of a vintage classiness about it. It doesn't smell youthful though, so yeah, there you go. John's now retracting his previous statement, and it wasn't oud satin mood, it was oud silk mood that he's talking about. That was like Heather says old lady scent youth dew. Yeah, that kind of thing. Chanel No. 5, if I'm honest with you, would be more the kind of thing that I would say, but I don't usually say old lady scent because I don't. But you've promised that you won't say anything, so I've done it now. And Jim says, which is more old lady, Le Bleu or Mitsuko? Possibly Mitsuko. Mitsuko's more old fashioned, I think, because it's got that kind of, I don't know, peachy, I don't know. Yeah, but I wouldn't wear Mitsuko, and I would definitely wear Le Bleu. I mean, Le Bleu is beautiful. Scott says old lady's Yardley. Jim has Mitsuko but only wears it around the house. And afraid to wear it outside. I wear it lightly. No one's really going to notice. My stomach's grumbling. I've got some leftover pizza in the fridge and it's got my name on it. If you haven't liked my video, this live, do hit the like button, because it will then push it a little bit up in the rankings. And don't forget that Animal Rescue, Happy Endings Animal Rescue will get any AdSense. So if people watch the adverts, and if it gets liked and commented on or shared, if any of you feel like sharing it anywhere, that will help it go up the rankings on YouTube, and then more likely more people will watch the adverts, and Happy Endings Rescue will get a little bit more on the ad revenue. Not a lot, but it all helps. So feel free to press the like button. Thank you very much. A few of you have just done that. It's very, very kind of you. I don't like begging for likes and stuff. It's never been my style, but when it's for another cause, then I'm slightly less shy about it, and I really should do it. Okay, then. John saying the silk one is fresher though, isn't it? Honest Gov. Barry says, do we have to smash it? Yes, smash that like button. Maybe I can do certain tasks for likes. If you've got anything you want me to do in the promise of a like. Oh, I don't know. But thank you very much for liking the video. Right, I'm really kind of dawdling. We've done 94 minutes now and we're not really getting too far. Yeah, so Le Bleu. Should we look at, I don't even know what the official notes of Le Bleu are. So let's look it up once and for all. I know there's violet, there's iris. I feel like there's a little hint of fizz in it in Le Bleu actually. It wouldn't surprise me if there's a touch of aldehydes. It's probably a bit of sandalwood as well. It's very nice. It's a little bit spicy. Always, it actually reminds me of biscuits, like ginger biscuits, a little bit. Why can't I find it on Fragrantica? Right, Guerlain, Le Bleu, Eau de Parfum. I like the original classic bottles for that bottle there. That's a nice bottle, that. Just trying to get Fragrantica to scroll down, and it's not doing it. Right, here we go. So the perfumer was Jacques Guerlain, and it was created in 1912. So this is a fragrance with history. And we've got spicy sweet aniseed, fresh bergamot, rose, carnation, tuberose, violet, and neroli. And vanilla, tonka, iris, and benzoin. Really is beautiful. Lizzie says she thinks there's cardamom as well. It's definitely got a nice spiciness to it without it being overtly spicy like the likes of opium. It's just got that nice hint of spice. So my face keeps itching. I think it's my hair. Heather says the bottle is gorgeous. Yeah, I love those bottles. I really fancy one of those pure parfum bottles in that style. I'd love one of those. David's here. Hi David, says evening. Jim says it does sound nice. Making Sense is here. Sniffing some new things. Nice title. Sample sniffing. And Heather says she likes cardamom. She enjoys cardamom. Yeah, it's really, really lovely. It definitely leans feminine, Le Bleu, but I think a man can pull it off because it's got that spiciness, and yeah, it's definitely powdery as well. It's quite clean. It's nothing really animalic. I think I'm going to top my drink up. Make space first. Top my drink up. We'll call this the last one of the night. We are on Russian Standard. Lizzie says, oh yeah, carnation. Yeah, I think that helps give it the spiciness as well. David says, sorry I'm late. It's all right, David, stay behind. You know the rules. Stay behind. You have to write some lines out. So there's done a bottle of Pepsi Max. But I've got another one. If I can reach it. Full bottle there. ASMR. It's because I dropped it. I can't believe this is turning into like a proper ASMR session. Oh, I'm going to spill this. It's too heavy. Pop that down there. Bring the glass over here. Only need a little bit. This is too awkward because I've got the laptop on my lap as well, you see. And because the bottle's full, rest it on the arm. Done. Right, that can go there. Right, we are all topped up. Right then. So Lizzie says, Le Bleu, it's very beautiful, and considering it's a classic Guerlain, it's so inexpensive. Yes, it really is. You can get them because it's been out for so long. You can definitely pick them up from discounters. David says, last one, it's the weekend. That's true, but I've had 2 weeks off work. Every day's been the weekend. So, yeah, I find if I do have too much to drink, it messes with my ability to fully enjoy the lovely day in the sun and the exercise and all the stuff that I like to do. Heather says she's going to put that one on the list. Lucy says maybe grab a bottle before Guerlain realise and make it more select. David says that's proper ASMR. Claire, set up a Patreon. I'll pay for your ASMR. Really? That's industrial carbonation. Claire is well stocked for Coke and Voddy. I certainly am. Rich says how much longer you got off work. Back on Monday night, so got the weekend off. Okay, right, have a little swig, and then I think we've got one more to sniff. This has been quite a long live stream. Where are we now? I'm not sure. 103 minutes in we are. Right, so Missia from Chanel. I actually did used to have a bottle going back quite a long time, and then I needed the cash, so I sold it. And so I only had my memory to go on. And actually, this is so much prettier than I remember. So much sweeter than I remember. So I wore this in this crook of this elbow earlier on today. So I'm going to spray it again in the same crook. And it also reminded me of Guerlain French Kiss, which I reviewed about a month or so ago. Closer to that than I realised. I would have put them in the same ballpark anyway, but actually the pink notes in Missia, I don't know if there's raspberry in Missia. There's raspberry in French Kiss, and I feel like there's raspberry, or there's some sweet pink fruit in Missia. So there's rose and violet, but there's definitely something pink and sweet. And I think there's iris as well. So it feels to me like Guerlain's French Kiss is a sweeter, more syrupy version of Missia, but they're closer in scent profile than I realised. So it's nice to have a sample of Missia back, because it is absolutely beautiful. It's powdery as well, and it's got kind of like a slightly woodsy undertone. Oh wow, Heather has lost 55 to 60 pounds since cutting out sugar and carbs. That's amazing. That's crazy. I couldn't keep it up, the old keto diet. I like David, sugar and carbs are nice though. Yeah, as I said, I've got pizza in the fridge, and I've got some snacks over there. Last night I went to bed with a bag of popcorn. I woke up with an empty bag of popcorn. Yep, that's how I rock and roll. Lizzie, I wonder if Claire will grab a guitar soon and give us some tunes like Peter does. You are going to be absolutely gutted because I don't have a guitar, and yeah, I could just sing though. So you all know one of my favourite songs, and I'd like you to join in sing along with me if you can. It goes something like this. Ba-da-da-da-la-bamba, ba-da-da-da-la-bamba, necessito poca di grazia. Ba-ba-bamba, ba-ba-bamba. More? Am I hearing you shout more? Rich, I've been wearing more fresh creamy scents like Roadster, Body Curious, Mandorlo de Sicilia, etc. than citrus this spring. Yeah, I've not reached out for citrus too much. A few times. Sal, have you done a video on manifesting the law of attraction? Just noticed you mentioned it on your Insta bio and I'm interested in to know more about it. A bit off topic. I did actually start a channel and I didn't bother doing anything with it. I think it was called Manifesting with Me and Sweetie. It's still there. But no, I'm interested in that whole genre and the stuff that Peter talks about on his channel, which is kind of it's the same principle, it's the same thing really. I think it's just law of attraction's more simplistic way of approaching it, but I'm into all of that. Definitely, there's a lot of resources out there to learn more about it. Barry, what's a psychedelic? So that was Peter was discussing it the other day. Psychedelics, I think, just talking about magic mushrooms and acid and stuff like that. Heather says, "Oh, I have a sneaky Cadbury or donut on occasion." I think you've got to, otherwise you can't deprive yourself too much. Rose and Jones, Lizzie says, "Oh, cool. So that's what French kiss smells like. I can imagine that totally. So glad you've enjoyed the samples." Yeah, I mean, I really like French kiss, and I was really on the fence about do I need to hunt down a bottle, but it is actually really similar to Missia, but Missia's slightly fresher, slightly less sweet. I feel like French kiss is just, it does border too sweet really, but it is gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. When I wore it a few months ago now, bumped into an old friend in the supermarket, hadn't seen her in years, and she immediately said, "Oh, you smell amazing." And I was wearing French kiss. It's the sort of fragrance that will get you compliments. It's just gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous, but quite rich and syrupy, where Missy is a little bit more powdery, a little bit more woodsy, but they're very, very similar. Hilary says, "You are a true gem, Claire." Thanks, Hilary. Lizzie, oh my god, know them words much. I kind of make them up. Can you tell? Hilary says, "So I ordered a fragrance for my birthday last week. Has anyone gotten to try Memo's new fragrance, Ocean Leather? Shipping is being god awful and I won't get it until Wednesday." Aww. Well, happy birthday for last week, Hilary. I haven't tried Ocean Leather. Sounds like a bit of an oxymoron though, really. And I wouldn't put oceans together with leathers myself. So that's a blind buy, I take it. Oh, my tummy is really grumbling. I only had soup for dinner with no bread. So that's why tummy's going rah, 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 rah. So the pizza is calling me. The pizza's screaming my name from the fridge. Oh. And I've got chocolate nibbles. They're called chocolate nibbles. They are sometimes called toffee crumble. And I've already eaten quite a lot of a big bag today. So, but yeah. Pizza is, so it was make your own, choose 4 toppings, and I have got jalapenos, green pepper, fresh garlic, something else, pineapple. So it's not something I would normally do, but it's actually really nice. I quite like my pizzas vegetarian. Sometimes I get spicy beef, but this particular company, their spicy beef, the beef was a bit funny looking. I didn't really like the look of it. So this time I skipped the beef and I just got this hot kind of vegetarian style pizza. So Hillary's hoping it smells piratey. The leather memo ocean leather. That makes sense. Yeah. Jon Snow, chocolate nibbles. Yeah. So my local shop, which is literally there, like I say there. That's next door is Fong. Fong, who runs the local Chinese shop down there. Next door, Fong and her husband. But next to the Chinese takeaway is the convenience store, and it sells big 225-gram bag of chocolate nibbles for £1. Yeah, so good. David, she's got good taste. Also, walk the chocolate off tomorrow. Yeah, I will. Heather now wants to know more about Ocean Leather. Hillary says tomato, broccoli and spinach are the best pizza toppings. I've never in a million years would consider getting spinach or broccoli on a pizza. They're the sort of things you eat when you're trying to be good. Yeah, Barry, I love chili too. They didn't do it. So normally I get fresh chili. Even if I just have a margarita with chili, I love it. Although it does give me jip the next day, if you know what I mean. And Jim's asking if Hillary's going to be reviewing the leather memo one. I'm sure you will, Hillary, won't you? Rich says, my ma has veggie pizza but isn't a vegetarian. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't feel the need to have meat on pizza. I feel like a good pizza, if it's a really nice dough, good quality tomato paste and just a nice quality pizza, doesn't need all the shit on top, you know. I think if it's good, basic, I like it basic and simplistic and just enjoy the taste of the basic ingredients. Does that make sense? And Meracanta says, pizza, yes please, and habaneros on mine. Oh yeah, that would work. Wow. Oh yes. Hillary says, yeah, planning to do a first impression, then a full review after I've spent more time with it. I love most of Memo's levers. Lizzie says, my perfect pizza, mushroom, olives, peppers and truffle oil. Nice. I like, you know, when you get the chili oil, you know, when you're in a restaurant and it's the oil with all the chilies in it infused, and then you pour the oil over. So good. My stomach's about to do a big grumble now. A bit more ASMR for you. I'm not sure that's what you're supposed to do on ASMR. Heather likes bacon, spinach and tomato on pizza. Jim says bacon goes with everything. Anything? Yes, agreed. I've always got bacon in my fridge. David wants pizza in Italy. Italy is amazing for pizza, but actually some of the best pizza I've had has been in the countries that border Italy. So Croatia does fantastic pizza and really, really cheap. Also Montenegro, back when Dan and I were together, we went to Montenegro, and I think that's the best pizza I've ever had was in Montenegro. But yeah, and it's good in France as well usually. Depends where you go though. It's not difficult to fuck it up, but good pizza's something else. Oh, Tony's here. So Tony off Fragdicted. Hope you're going to behave yourself, Tony. Just talking about pizza. It says sorry he's late. John says, just to boast, my first real job was a pizza chef, or I worked in a skanky local pizza takeaway. I worked briefly in Pizza Hut at Bluewater when it first opened. I was in Pizza Hut, but not cooking or anything, topping up the salad cart and waiting on tables. Didn't really stick it out too long. It was a shit job. They treated us all like idiots. The managers really, yeah, not the best job. Barry says kebab meat on top of a Mexican pizza. Yum. That doesn't sound good, I'm sorry. Lizzie says no meat or chili on my pizza. Heather's first job was at Taco Bell. I've never tried a Taco Bell. Never been to one of those. John says, look what the cat dragged in. Hey, Tony. Tony says, did someone say truffle oil? Maybe today says, another one who's sorry he's late. Tony in the house. Nando's extra hot half chicken, then extra hot sauce. Yeah, I always get the extra hot chicken from Nando's. Well, haven't eaten in Nando's for quite a while because there was some information going around that apparently quite horrendous the way they treat their chicken. So I ended up kind of boycotting Nando's. Lizzie says, poor Claire, this is not helping her. Nope. I'm absolutely. Do you know what? I'm going to fucking devour that pizza. It's going to be amazing. Ooh. And Barry says the best pizza he had was in New York, in Little Italy. Sal says all the pizza chat's making me hungry. Midnight snack, yay or nay? Yay! Heather says snack sounds good, Sal. And Lizzie says, oh, I think I've eaten in the Bluewater Pizza Hut. Oh, how funny. Oh, Dave's here, DB70. Pepperoni and jalapeno pizza for me. Hi, everyone. Sorry, I'm late. Another one late to the party. And Tony says, done. I only came in to say hello. Now I'm starving. Heather's getting some ice cream. Oh, and Heather was worried about you, DB70. So it's nice that you've popped in. So I think most people that you were worried about Heather have, or that you were sort of just confirming that they weren't here. I think most of them have shown up now. Hilary says, all this pizza talk is making me glare angrily at my baked potato with I'm sure you're always eating baked potatoes, Hilary. With cottage cheese. Oh no, come on. Order a pizza, Hilary. Jim, that means you have to go for another hour since we were all late. It doesn't work like that, and it just means you guys have to stay behind and do lines or something. La Charisma's here as well. Hi Claire, must be midnight snack for you. Yeah, I don't actually know what the time is. I don't know what the time is, but I guess it's getting on. Fragrance Phrase is here. Hi guys, so I'm late for the party. I was watching Flashdance. Oh, fun. Heather, I'm a worry. I think it's because I'm a mum. Tony says, ooh, Lizzie, also truffle oil rubbed onto a jacket potato before baking. Think Pink, that's made me hungry. I'm getting a white chocolate Magnum ice cream. How nice. You lot have got some good snacks. You've got a good snack game. I think we've done. So we've done all the samples. So the last one, I'm just going to do final words on Missia. It's really pretty, floral rose, a bit powdery, a little bit woodsy. It's got a sharpness to it though still. It's like it's a little bit of a tang, I guess, to the rose. It feels like there might be raspberry. I don't know about that. And definitely you can tell there's iris. It gives it a hint of powdery, like a lipstick or makeup kind of feel to it, which is what it's supposed to be all about. And I like it very much. And thank you massively to Lizzie for sending me those samples. And I think I am going to call it quits now because I'm going to eat that pizza, and it has been 2 hours. So thank you everyone for coming along and joining in. Don't forget to like the video if you haven't done already, because that helps me to bring the video up a little bit higher in the old algorithms things, and the AdSense is being donated to an animal charity. So if you watch the adverts, if you're watching this back later on, like not right now live, but if you're watching it back later, please do consider watching the adverts, or at least one or two of them, and that will just help the animal charity, which is called Happy Endings, and they're based in Faversham, Kent. It will just help build up a little bit more revenue for that to go to them. So I'll just quickly read your last few comments. Hilary saying, I could eat a container of cottage cheese, it's dangerous. Night Claire and everyone says Jon Snow. Barry off of Century Life says good night all. Christy came back to say goodbye. Bye Christy. Think Pink, thank you everyone, really enjoyed it. Thank you Think Pink. And Jimbo, good night Miss Claire and the Clarettes. Barry says smash the like button. Smash that like button guys, come on. Lizzie saying good night everyone. And Heather saying good night to everyone. I see you on IG or back here soon. Tina's giving us a thumbs up. Sally says good night all. And I think I'm going to call it quits now. Enjoy your pizza, Claire says Think Pink. Thank you very much. I will see you all very, very soon. Thank you for joining my little party.